to say. Oh yeah, I got. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Capital City Sports Network, where tonight, from the Pavilion in Taylor, South Carolina, the American Collegiate Hockey Association is proud to present the season opener, the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Clemson Tigers. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. My name is Dillon Clark, joined by Zach McKinstry tonight. The Gamecocks start their season on the road in an unfriendly place against a rival, and it is always an exciting night when the Gamecocks and the Tigers get together.
Absolutely, Dillon. We can definitely expect a lot of passion and energy from both of these teams in their opener tonight.
These teams came together 4 times last season. We'll get into that a little later in the pregame show. But again, to look to where we're going to go, it's important to see where we've been. The Gamecocks finished this season with a disappointing loss at regionals. A 9-5 loss at the hands of the University of Tampa bounced the Gamecocks from a tournament they really had no business being in the first place.
Yeah, it was a fight for the Gamecocks to get into regionals. By the scrape of their teeth, did get into regionals after a disappointing SEC tournament. And that Tampa game was certainly disappointing for them. Tampa, one of the better teams in the region. So tonight, they're definitely going to want to start their season out on the right foot, playing against this tough Clemson team.
The game against Tampa, one of those games where the Gamecocks find themselves down early. They have a hole out of which they need to dig themselves. And a lot of times the Gamecocks had games like that, and they just could not do it. They would draw close. It'd be 5-1 at one point. They'd come back, make it 5-4, maybe tie the game. But later on in the third, it would let it slip away. And really that just speaks to the conditioning. The Gamecocks didn't have the legs last season. This season, a slightly different story with reinforcements on the way.
Yeah, a lot of young talent, explosive talent on this roster. We can look to Owen Thomas tonight and Julian Reese. Both had points in that scrimmage to open the season, and both have the potential to be big players tonight, get points for this Gamecocks team.
It is an extremely young team. 12 rookies, 11 of them freshmen, 1 sophomore, and only 2 seniors. 1 grad student, Duncan Hickman, has come back as he makes his way through law school. He's back as a 5th year. Alex Siegfried and Corey Hawkinson, the only 2 seniors for South Carolina. Hawkinson, a scratch tonight, still working out on that shoulder injury. He will be back as things continue this season. But looking back to last year, the matchup USC and Clemson, the Gamecocks won 3 out of those 4 games, and a lot of them got a little intense.
Oh yeah, there's certainly no love lost between these 2 teams. Carolina taking 3 of the first 4 pretty decisively, 6-2, 7-5, and then 9-6. But then the charity game, which was probably the most exciting, at Bon Secours Arena in Greenville. Very exciting game. USC and Clemson went back and forth, ended up ending in a shootout as Clemson won. But a lot of exciting plays in that game, a big fight, and certainly something to look forward to here tonight.
It was a charity matchup, but apparently someone forgot to tell all the players that. Fantastic stuff to watch. The Gamecocks look to get back into those winning ways against Clemson tonight. On the road in 2018-19, the Gamecocks rocked a 6-3-1 record. They were better away from the Plex than they were in it. Clemson, on the other hand, 3-9-1 at home. The Pavilion, not a friendly place for everyone. In their last season, Clemson went 6-16-3 in 18-19. South Carolina finished with a 10-8-1 record. We talked about new guys on the front end, new guys on the back end. In goal tonight for the Gamecocks, rookie Tripp Russell, the freshman out of Upton, Massachusetts, dazzled everyone in tryouts. Zach, what are you looking to see from Tripp tonight?
Yeah, he certainly had a really good scrimmage, making a lot of big saves. Let the first shot in, but after he got those jitters out of the way, he did perform really, really well. So hopefully tonight he can get those jitters out of the way quick and make the big saves we've seen him make so far.
First SEC HC appearance for Tripp Russell and 11 other Gamecocks tonight. Across the ice from him will be Jake Badger, 3-12 last season, an .844 save percentage, and a 6.19 goals against. He played over 900 minutes for the Clemson Tigers. He was their go-to guy, and oftentimes he did not get a lot of help. How does Badger look to respond tonight against a team that seemed to have his number a lot last season?
His goals against average may not say it, but he made a lot of big saves against that Carolina team last year. Definitely as a veteran, having that year under his belt, he's certainly going to be a presence for this Clemson team, and South Carolina is really going to need a lot of pressure to score on Jake Badger tonight.
To wrap things up, again, we stay with the motif of new faces in new places. Captain Jake Tenji graduated last season. We know this. the new captain of your South Carolina Gamecocks. If you haven't heard, it's Cam Mecca, your leading scorer from last season. 15 goals, 9 assists for 24 points. He led the team in all offensive categories, except the only guy that had one more assist, Corey Hawkinson, with 10 of them. Cam Mecca is your new captain. Ronan Egan and Ben Smith will round out the alternates for the Gamecocks. A new leadership group, a youthful team. A lot of new factors going on for this Gamecock team, and it could turn into something really special.
Absolutely. Cam Mecca was extremely explosive last year. One of the quickest players on the ice at all times, and he's a threat whenever he's on the ice. With him as a new captain and Ben Smith and Ronan Egan as veterans, they will lead this team tonight, and we'll see what they're made of.
A lot of things going on here tonight from Taylor's. The Gamecocks and the Tigers on the ice for warm-ups right now. We're going to send you to a break. When we come back, it'll be the puck drop on the 2019-2020 Gamecock season here on the Capital City Sports Network, and it's all presented by SGTV. Defense. Welcome back into the Pavilion here. Taylor, South Carolina Gamecocks and Clemson Tigers just about ready to get underway. We're going without a national anthem here tonight as Trip Russell and Jake Badger warm up in their creases. Teams getting a few last words in. They gather around head coach Alan Sirwa, and behind the bench tonight for the Clemson Tigers, as always, head coach Matt Loughran. Always a great interview, always a great guy to talk to. And boy, is it good to be back. Gamecocks debuting their new garnet jerseys. White around the shoulders, black and white piping, black pants. The garnet socks in a similar fashion. Tigers in their home whites with the orange and purple bands around the middle of the torso. Orange on the numbers, purple pants, and socks of the similar variety. We've already told you the starting goaltenders. The starting lineups tonight for the Gamecocks. On defense, Tyler Oakley paired with Avery Pruden, Luke Rudman, Matt Owen, and on the wing there for them, it's going to be Alexander Siegfried, the Gamecocks' lone skating senior. Aiden Evans, Isaiah Jackson, Alex Schreiber, Andrew Butterfield, Jimmy Piaknik. The starters for Clemson. The opening faceoff, Alex Schreiber goes up against Matt Owen. Owen in his second year here with the Gamecocks. He's got Rudman on his right, Siegfried on his left. The left-handed shooting Owen steps in against the right-handed shooting Alex Schreiber, alternate captain for the Clemson Tigers. Both men are down. The official signals of the goaltenders. We are ready to go, and we are underway here in Clemson. Thank you so much for being with us. Gamecocks have it off the draw. Rudman flips it off the near side glass. Gamecocks move left to right to start things off here in the first period. Tigers back in their own zone. Heavy pressure there from Rudman. Tigers break it out here. Centerland Smith and Ian Powderly. Thomas has it in the far side corner. Offensive territory now for the Gamecocks. Thomas jousting with it. Still it comes free. Ian Powderly at the top of the circles. Can't hang on to it. Knocked off the stick there by the defenseman Nick Baltus for Clemson. He'll go back in to get it. Rimming around to the near side now with pressure. Peters pinches in now for the Gamecocks. Can't come away with it. Far side corner it goes. Baltus again. Circles in behind his own net. Baltus facing pressure. Has it as far as his own blue line. Moved up ahead now. Picked up there by Jack Owen Turner. Owen Turner into the far side corner. Peters back to get it. Over skates. Gamecock territory. Ben Smith comes back to help out. Peters shovels this one along. Hickman now on the ice for South Carolina. The grad student out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Near side, Gamecocks breaking it back in. Smith can't hang on to it. And new captain Cam Mecca into the near side corner, Clemson territory to try and get this puck. Somebody lost a stick here. Racing ahead, Hickman can't close his man off. It's Jake Vanderleest, has it knifed off his stick. Hickman's going to sky this one out towards the Gamecock blue line, held there. Delayed offsides is going to give the Gamecocks a chance here. Peters down the right side, centering pass, picked off there. Nice defensive play by Michael Dutt. One of the new guys here for Clemson. In behind the Clemson goal. Back out to the point. Colin Burke for South Carolina. Long shot ends up in the near side corner. Not on net. 7:52 to go here. A scoreless hockey game from Clemson. Comes in, shoots one, hit the goal post there. Number 2 for Clemson. We don't have a name on him. Nobody does. We'll keep an eye out for that information, but he rang one right underneath the glove of Trip Russell. Back the other way comes South Carolina. Quick shot by Cam Mecca there up high. Shrugged off by Jake Badger. Into the corner it goes now. Gamecocks still with it. Pinching in there. Nice play by Ryan McGowan to get that puck in. The 7th rotating defenseman tonight here. And the Gamecocks still offensive zone pressure. Unable to come away with the puck here. Loose at the line. Burke has it. Shoots one. Save made there by Badger. Rebound punched out into the slot by that blocker. Jacob Vanderleest right to left now for Clemson. Into the offensive zone. Centering pass picked off nicely there by Bolger. Vanderleest trying to get back after it. Burke has it. Throws one. Left side. Offsides there. Getting a little over anxious on that one was Mike Bolger, the freshman out of Downing, PA. And we get a stoppage here. 17:03 to go in the first period. A scoreless hockey game so far from Taylor's.
How about that quick start to this one? Good defensive rotations on defense, on odd man rushes, good help preventing those shots, and good offensive pressure for the majority of that. Trip Russell being tested a couple of shots early on, and goalie's best friend, Post, saves him there.
Offensive zone faceoff here for Clemson. Skipping shot from the point there. That came off the stick of Nick Baltus. Shoveled out there by Chad Lazine all the way back down to Clemson territory, and we have an icing. So we go 3 minutes without a stoppage, and then we go 20 seconds in between the last stoppage and the one before that. 16:51 to go here, period number 1. We heard some new names. Chad Lazine on that one. You've heard Colin Burke's name a lot tonight. And Zach, I know the folks at home can't see, but what stands out to you about Colin Burke?
Well, he's a pretty big guy, Dillon. Standing 6'5", pretty intimidating, and already a couple slap shots from the point so far tonight.
The Gamecocks add some size on the back end. Another offensive zone chance to the right of Trip Russell. Clemson wins this one forward. A scrum in the corner. No one able to come away with the puck. Now Tyler Oakley wraps this one around off the boards. Bolger's going to swipe at that. He can't get it out. Finally, as far as center, Julian Reese chips this one ahead off the seat of Chad Lazine's pants. Lazine going to pick this one up top of the circle. Can't hang on to it. Chipped out off the boards. Break back the other way here for Clemson. Quick shot out off the toe. Big save there by Trip Russell to stop Lance Ralston. Back the other way, Reese gives chase in Clemson territory. Tigers back. Reese has the puck in the slot. Fights a chance off there, and Badger makes the stick save. It ends up again in that corner. Siegfried can't get a stick on it. Back the other way come the Tigers. Tumbling down to the ice there, Nick Cheser. Gamecock defenseman will go D to D and try to regroup here on the breakout. Big collision along the near side. Alex Siegfried collides there with Aiden Evans. Chance in front for the Gamecocks. In behind the net, Matt Owen battles for it. Finally, back out to the point, Duncan Hickman. Far side point in front of the Clemson bench. He'll go back down low. Hickman, now it's Luke Rudman with it now. Rudman down low for his center, Matt Owen has that one taken away there. Tigers going to advance here. Into the slot, knocked down by the Gamecocks. A friendly stick in Alex Siegfried, but it bounces all the way back out towards center. Hickman twirling around, and he'll finally be able to get this one back in behind the net of Jake Badger. 15:30 to go left in the first period. Still looking for the first goal, South Carolina and Clemson. In Tiger territory now, captain Isaiah Jackson and team president has it as far as the top of his own circles. Nice forecheck there by Rudman. Jackson goes down in open ice. Puck drifts back into Hickman. South Carolina territory out off the glass, right next to backup goalie Liam Gormley. And we'll have a stoppage here. Puck goes out of play, 5:10 to go. 15:10 rather.
A couple of chances on both ends there, Dillon. Clemson with the odd man rush. A good save by the pad of Trip Russell. Looking good early on for the freshman coming in.
On the draw to take this one, Owen Thomas. He's going to win this one back. Another defensive zone draw. Thomas has it to Powderly. Loose off the boards. Thomas going to pick this one up again. He's got Ben Smith breaking out towards center ice. Poked away at the Clemson blue line. Powderly able to just swipe it in, delayed off sides, and the Tigers going to exit the zone here. Picked up neutral territory. Thomas shoulders a man. Can't get the puck. Another collision. Joe Halsey and Ben Smith getting into it. Right at the red stripe here. Picked up Clemson coming back the other way. The anonymous number 2 down the left wing. Spins off a check there. Ian Powderly gets the stick involved. Under 14 to go here. Period number 1. Nice little backhand pass there. Parker West for South Carolina. Down the left wing. West has it. Clemson territory. Bouncing puck. Skips just through the goal crease. Jake Badger on the seat of his pants. Can't make the save. Center point. McGowan shoots one. Kicked out by the left pad of Badger. Gamecocks still have it here. Now it's bounced out off a skate, cycled back in by Parker West, and the Tigers have it. Neutral zone territory. Great forecheck there by Michael Peak of South Carolina, getting his first taste of college hockey ice here. Peak getting in after it, the right-handed shooting winger. A little bit of a screen here from the official. Puck out in front, and Badger from his stomach reaches out with that trapper, puts the glove on top, and we'll get a stoppage here. 14:02 left in the first.
Nice save by Badger there, but the Gamecocks doing a good job of forechecking and not letting that puck out of the offensive zone. When they do, it's been a couple of Clemson odd man rushes, but as of right now, South Carolina doing a good job keeping that puck in the zone.
Zone time was often in the Gamecocks' favor last season, especially when they played Clemson. Cam Mecca, Ronan Egan, Michael Peak on now. Offensive zone faceoff in the slot. Cam Mecca scores! Loose puck right in front, and York captain Cam Mecca gets the first goal of 2019. Gamecocks 1, Clemson nothing.
The captain starting off early on. Great chance out in front, great setup, pass across the crease, and slammed home by Cam Mecca. Nice goal to take the lead early on.
Loose play right out in front, and Cam Mecca right place, right time, able to bang that one home. We think Ronan Egan's going to be getting the assist on that. That line will stay out, and the Gamecocks have some momentum here. Off the draw, center territory here. Ryan McGowan's going to shovel this one back in. Jake Badger around to the near side, plays it ahead for his defenseman. Gamecocks hold that one in. Parker West takes a check, but he makes the play. In down low, Egan, centering pass right in front, knocked down. Clemson's going to take this one back the other way. Breakout pass picked up there by Nick Cheser. Cheser hits McGowan. Puck drifts in back. West cycles it around. Michael Peak along the near side. Can't handle that one. Put back in by Lance Ralston, and Clemson's going to go to work here. Out of the corner, off the padded trip Russell. Rebound goes in behind the net, delayed penalty. Finally touched up by Parker West. And we've got an interference call here. Ryan McGowan will head to the box. 13-16 to go, and after that goal, Gamecocks will have a penalty kill to contend with here.
Yeah, penalty is a problem for South Carolina. Last year had a couple of games where when they would give up those leads, it would be because of penalties. Got to see what this penalty kill is made of here. First test of the year.
Owen, Rudman, Burke, and Pruden, the four for South Carolina. Baltus controls at the point for Clemson. Down, near side, shoots one. Russell makes the save. Right into that blocker, and he'll hang on right in the breadbasket there. Trip Russell shutting the door here. 1:53 to go on the penalty kill for the Gamecocks with McGowan in the box. 2 for an interference call. Face off again to the right of Trip Russell. 1 again by Clemson. To the point, Vanderleest can't hang on to it. Redirected, Baltus sends it back down low. Controlling there, Baltus gets it back. Center point, shoots one. Save made by Russell, loose in the slot here. Matt Owen gets a stick on it. Diving play, and Baltus comes on with a diving play of his own to keep the puck in. Back down low, Tigers use the glass underneath. Pruden takes his man into the boards there. Tigers possess down low, the near side corner here. Back to the point, it's Baltus. He'll cycle, back down top of the circles. Quick shot off a skate there. Vanderleest looking for the loose puck, he can't bang it home. Finally shoveled out by a backhand from Luke Rudman. Gamecocks get a breather here, 1:14 to go on the penalty. Breaking in now, Vanderleest has it, left wing. He's a left-handed shot, he'll go in behind the net. Vanderleest with it, looking towards his point. Clemson in the midst of a line change here. They'll move it back down low. Centering pass, nice play there by Pruden. Follow-up chance up and over the glove of Trip Russell, in behind the goal. 12 1/4 to go here. First period, under a minute to go on the penalty kill. At the point, it's Ralston. He'll send it back down low for Vanderleest. Quick shot, he scores! Jacob Vanderleest puts one over the shoulder of Trip Russell, and Clemson has tied this game up. It's a power play goal at 12:05, 1-1 the score.
Top cheddar there from Vanderleest. That was one heck of a shot to get by Russell. Not a lot Russell could do about that one. Good power play here by Clemson. Kept the puck in the zone for the majority. Only one clearance from this penalty kill.
Great control, great patience. That allowed that lane to open up for Jacob Vanderleest. He led the Tigers in scoring last season, 13 goals, tied for the team lead there, but 29 points was good for the team lead. And now a brand new hockey game here. Thrown in off the face-off win by the Tigers. Peters back for South Carolina. Held in there at center ice, Jimmy Piaknik. Shoveled in on the backhand there. Joe Halsey gets things started. Peters around the far side, going to rim it over for Michael Peak on the near. Peak in his own face-off dot. Jumps this one back out towards neutral territory. Hickman plays it from Carolina territory as it's cycled back in again. Egan down the side. Backhand shot, save made by Badger. End-to-end action here. Things opening up as we get some goals up on the board. Egan battles down low for it. Underneath the Clemson goal, Cam Mecca gets involved. Joe Halsey not going to give up that puck too easily. It rolls up the boards here. Peters at the point, shovels that one in off the glass. It comes back down. Bouncing puck settled down by Egan. Underneath, Mecca, centering pass off the pad there, a Badger. Back down into the corner. Tiger's going to get this one, the high dump there. Bounces past Nick Peters at center ice. Icing waved off. 11 minutes exactly left in the first period. Line changes for the Tigers. Mike Peak can't handle that puck at the Clemson blue line, so the defenseman will take over, and they'll break this one out. The Tigers up through center. Nick Cheser taking off his stick there. Nice play by Parker West. Tigers will get things restarted here. Fresh replacements for Carolina. A steal by Ian Powderly. Quick shot. Oh, he just sent that one wide. Right past the blocker of Badger. Ian Powderly with a beautiful chance. Back the other way come the Tigers. It's Jackson. Jackson with some speed in Carolina territory. He drops it right to Ben Smith. Ben Smith comes back with speed and Ian Powderly. Owen Thomas joins the rush. Smith drops for Thomas. Sharp angle shot right into the Tiger paw on the crest of Jake Badger's sweater. 10-23. Another stoppage in play and an offensive zone faceoff for Carolina.
Geez, Powderly did everything right on that sequence. Great intercept to take the puck into the offensive zone. Created the shot for himself. He just couldn't finish on the shot. Big chance for South Carolina there. Gone to the wayside.
That unit going to stay on for South Carolina with Ryan McGowan and Parker West at the points. To take the faceoff, Owen Thomas can't win this one. Tigers have it. Thomas good on the forecheck though. He'll battle for it along the boards there with Lance Ralston. Thomas and Ralston joining the fray there, that anonymous number 2. He'll get involved with Ian Powderly. Has it, tries to center it, can't get it to Ben Smith. Back the other way, Tigers have it. Odd man rush develops with speed. Thomas Carroll just going to send this one on goal, redirected by the stick of Trip Russell. It goes into the corner. Past the halfway point, first period, tie hockey game. A goal apiece. Picked up in the neutral zone. Owen Thomas has it. Down the right side in Clemson territory. Powderly has it, steps towards the slot. Quick shot and a big save there again by Jake Badger. Getting the blocker on that one, absorbing that shot, no rebound. And a face-off will come here again in Clemson territory.
Good job right now. Both chances on both ends. Clemson can't get that shot to the puck to the inside there. Good defense from South Carolina. And then at the other end, a good shot from Powderly this time, but saved by Badger.
John McKean, the anonymous number 2. He's wearing 11, at least on our roster. John McKean getting a couple good chances there. Now we're glad we know his name. 9:46 to go. Offensive shot there. Chad Lazine right off the faceoff. A little bit of a bouncing puck. He sends it off the outside of the cage up into the netting. And we'll have another faceoff here. Same personnel stay on for both clubs. Oakley and Pruden at the point for South Carolina. Julian Reese steps in to take the draw. Reese wins it. Lazine right off the draw again. Glove save Badger. Bobbling around in front. It just drifts wide of the goalpost. Gamecocks getting involved now. Pinching down Tyler Oakley along the far side wall. Mike Bolger, sky pass, swatted down by Oakley. Bolger on the follow-up chance. Save made by Badger. Rebound goes in behind the net. And now we have a delayed penalty. High stick, someone in white going to the penalty box. And the Gamecocks to their first power play of the night.
Yeah, a chance here for South Carolina. Meanwhile, Julian Reese skates off the ice. Seems to have his hand hurt. He's being looked at by the trainers right now. But South Carolina with a chance on this power play. We'll see what this young power play can do to take the lead in this game.
Aiden Evans, the guilty party. He'll go for a sit, 2 for high stick, and that brings out the first Gamecock power play unit. Mecca Smith Powderly with Nick Peters and Duncan Hickman at the point. Well, technically the way they were running in practice, this is the second power play unit, but it's the first one we'll see. 9:25 to go. Face-off, one out by the Tigers. Jackson gains the blue line and sends this one back in behind Russell. Hard on the forecheck now, Alex Schreiber. He's going to try to handcuff Trip Russell, but he'll get the puck to Nick Peters. Still, Schreiber on the forecheck. They'll move the puck to Cam Mecca. Avoids a check. Jackson picks his pocket. Slot shot. Save made by Russell. He's going to drop that puck there. From the blocker right into his glove. A bit of an awkward save there. And the Gamecocks playing defense on the power play early on. Mecca brings it in with speed down the left side. He's got Powderly with him. Into Clemson territory, shot up off the shoulder there, maybe the neck protector of Jake Badger, and into the netting. Another stoppage of play here. 8:52 to go in the first. 1:28 on the penalty to Aiden Evans.
Good shorthanded forecheck from Clemson early on this penalty kill, forcing Trip Russell to clear that puck not as cleanly as he would have wanted it, and then that created a chance for Clemson number 17, Isaiah Jackson.
Egan's power play unit comes on. Now the defensemen stay the same, Peters and Hickman. They'll go D-to-D in Carolina territory. Hickman down the left side, going to gain the blue line and take it in himself. Duncan Hickman showing the wheels off here. Led all Gamecock defensemen in scoring last season. Egan at the point. Low shot. Knocked down in front. Save made by Badger. It goes into the corner. They'll swat this one out. It goes off the glove of Ronan Egan into the Clemson bench. Hits one of the players in the face mask, but no worse for wear on that one. Jack Owen Turner shakes this one off. 8.5 to go.
Good couple chances there from South Carolina. Starting to pick up a little bit of momentum in the offensive zone here on this power play. A minute and 5 left.
Faceoff comes right outside the zone for Carolina. Another power play unit comes on. Julian Reese, Chad Lazine, and on the far side, going to be Michael Bolger. Colin Burke and Parker West on the D. In behind Trip Russell to stop things. Under a minute to go on the power play. Clemson 1 for 1 on their power play tonight. Gamecocks, this is their first opportunity. Lazine down the right side, makes a nice move at the blue line, can't hang on to it. Followed up by Parker West, he'll keep the puck in, shovel things back down low. And after it, Lazine and Bolger. Rimming around to the far side. In Clemson territory, Julian Reese going for the hit. He's got the puck though. Tries to fight his man off. Puck drifts back to Colin Burke at the point. Burke holds up. He's going to hang on to this puck and look for a lane. Quick shot, tipped in front. Save made, Badger. Rebound underneath Badger as well. 2 big saves there to deny Julian Reese, one of the top scorers in the Garnet and White game last week. And another power play unit comes on here. 25 seconds on the man advantage. 7:49 in the period. Gamecocks are getting their looks here. They just can't capitalize.
Yeah, we talked about the largeness of Burke early on. He's got a couple of chances so far on this power play. Good job holding onto that puck to set up the pass in front, and Reese deflected it. Good save by Badger there.
Badger, the workhorse for Matt Loughran's Tigers last season, and he's showing that he can handle the load here early on. Lots of shots by the Gamecocks. Powderly in the slot, poked at there by Badger. Powderly lost his helmet. After a bit of a collision there, Badger able to cover the puck up. We'll get a stoppage here as Ian Powderly's going to put his bucket back on.
Yeah, quick turnover in front. Powderly had a chance, but was swallowed up by the Tigers' defense. And that helmet came off pretty easy.
Well, it's clear Ian's head is a little too small for his helmet there. You know, they thought the hair would keep it on, but Ian Powderly, first team all hair on the Gamecocks. Mike Peake's giving him a run for his money, though. Some of the new guys have some great hockey hair. 18 seconds to go on the Gamecock power play. Ben Smith steps in to take the draw. Ian Powderly finally getting himself back together here. Cam Mecca stands on the far boards. Off the draw. Smith unable to win it forward. They'll battle for it. Powderly has it. Poked off his stick. Bolger at the point. McGowan, rather, takes the shot, knocked down in front, moved back ahead. Ryan McGowan back to play for South Carolina. Stopped by Trip Russell, and that should take the final few seconds off this Gamecock power play. Tigers 1-for-1 on the penalty kill. Stretch pass. Mecca has it with speed. 4-on-3 for the Gamecocks. Coming back away. Mecca shoots one again. May have hit a stick in front. It pops into the netting. And another stoppage for an offensive zone face-off for the Gamecocks. 7:17 to go in the first period. 1-1 the score remains.
Yeah, power play ends, but we did get to see a little bit of that Cam Mecca speed down the left wing right there, creating chances for the South Carolina offense.
He's been saving it up all summer. He's just waiting to let the lid off and let the speed come out. Tigers win this defensive zone draw, an important one. Jackson hands this one off for Owen Turner, the shot, and a save by Russell. Some more after. Owen Turner getting involved with Duncan Hickman there. Jack Owen Turner is going to go for a skate, and nothing comes of it except the face-off to the right of Trip Russell.
Yeah, one thing I will say early on is we haven't seen nearly as much fighting as we saw in the 4 appearances last year. This might be the calm before the storm.
Give it time, Zach. Give it time. Offensive zone draw for the Tigers. One. They'll shovel it towards the net. It never got there. Picked up by Peters. Peters to the right of his goaltender. Little sky pass out just too far for the stick of Luke Rudman. Cycled back in. Delayed offsides. Gamecocks have a chance to kind of regroup here. Rudman on the far side. Hands this one off in the center for Siegfried. Dumps it back in. Right wing corner. Siegfried goes in hard. Puck bounces off the outside of the cage. Luke Rudman around underneath to have it. Loose puck, back to the point. Hickman pinching in. Back the other way, going to be a 2-on-1 for the Tigers. Nick Peters negates that one. Brilliant play by Peters to step up and whisk that puck back into Clemson territory. Back it comes in Gamecock territory, though. Turnover in the slot. Isaiah Jackson has it. Right-handed shot on the left wing. He's got it again. Jackson, chance there by, nice save by Russell. A couple of opportunities for Owen Turner. And off the pad of Russell, Gamecocks still battling Chad Lazine along the far side wall. Getting involved is Matt Owen. They'll kick this puck free. Tigers have it. Along the blue line, bouncing puck ends up in behind Russell's net. Picked up by Jackson. Centering feed, couldn't get on goal. And finally, Russell's going to get the glove on top of it as we have players tackling each other in behind the net. Trip Russell sorts out the chaos, finds the puck, and gets a face-off here with 6 to go in the first.
Another good opportunity for Clemson. A great centering pass, but they just couldn't get the stick on it. Russell's been coming up big recently, but that puck did pop loose. Fell back on it to get the face-off.
Tigers got a couple of whacks on it. It looked like Russell had his glove on it initially. Bit of a late whistle there. The puck did end up popping out, but Russell able to find it again with that trapper. Get it on top for the stoppage. Face-off to Russell's left. Officials giving a little extra instruction there to Parker West and Mike Bolger. Chad Lazine comes away with it. Out of this one, he's going to come over the center stripe. Picked up there. Bolger, nice move to the forehead. He shoots one. A big save there by Badger. Follow-up chance, knocked down in front off a Clemson skate. Back they come. With some speed, it's Butterfield down the left side. Bolger tries to get the stick involved on the back check. They'll take this one away. Baltus sends it back in. Delayed offsides. Gamecocks will have a chance here. Line change for the Tigers. D-to-D, they go in behind the net. Tyler Oakley going to start things out for South Carolina. And this one off to Pruden. Sky pass. Bouncer at the line. Can't be handled by Reese. Icing waved off. It drifts into the right wing corner. Rimming it around. Tyler Oakley pinches back in. Played there. Lance Ralston has it. Now loose. It bounces around in the circle there. Underneath the Clemson goal once again. Chad Lazine does a flyby. Can't get to the puck. Baltus has it. Left wing back into Carolina territory. Quick shot save made by Russell. And he'll cover that one again for a faceoff. This time a minute later. 5:09 to go in the first. 1-1 the score.
Yeah, Bolger showing some oohs and ahs out here. Great deke in the offensive zone, but what was more impressive was the hustle to get back on defense and prevent that odd man rush for Clemson. Great play all around by Bolger.
Dazzling moves are one thing, but the back check is the thing that his teammates on the bench are going to appreciate the most, especially later on in the third period. On draw, won by the Tigers. They're trying to go point to point. Ben Smith picks it off. He might have a chance. Ben Smith in the slot alone. Shoots one. Big save. It may have gone out the outside of the cage. Jake Badger reaches back with the toe and makes the stop. Loose puck in the slot. Owen Thomas can't get to it. Colin Burke waves at it. Can't get it. Still loose in front. Badger's on his stomach. Powderly has it. Tries to one-hand it towards the net. And finally, we get a stoppage in play. And more after from Ben Smith and company. Smith and Powderly. Jake Badger grabs a man. He tries to go after Ian Powderly. And finally, we get some sense of calm restored here to the game. 4:47 to go in the first period. Beautiful chance by Ben Smith.
Yeah, great intercept, and he just took off. Great deke in front of the net, moving left to right, but just couldn't get the stick around it to put that one away. And then afterwards, a little extracurriculars as Smith decides to tap the pads of Clemson goalie Badger. Yeah, Powderly came to his aid quickly, but Clemson Tigers were all over Ben Smith for that one.
And now we're going to get a penalty out of this one. His second tour of duty to the penalty box is going to be Aiden Evans. We'll see what for. I'm going to assume a roughing call here. We'll see if Ben Smith gets slapped with any charges. For right now, Cam Mecca will have a discussion with the official about the ensuing penalties. We have Ian Powderly heading towards his penalty box. And yes, indeed, the helmet comes off, the hair comes out. Powderly going to stay down in that box for a few minutes. 2 to be exact. And we'll see if we skate 4-on-4, 5-on-5. You said things were a little slow to start in the physicality department. Not so much the case.
Picked up pretty quickly as you see Ben Smith go over to the penalty box and give his teammate a high five for that one. Coming to the aid of Ben Smith after the Clemson Tigers jumped him.
Offsetting Miners will have 4-on-4. Offensive zone draw won by the Gamecocks. Colin Burke twists away from a defending Tiger there. Bolger waved that there. The shot tipped in front, getting in after it this time. Reese, one-time shot, Bolger. Big save by Badger. Sprawls out to his right and gets the pad on it. Gamecocks keep it in. Burke at the point. Sends it for Bolger. Odd man rush. Quick shot just off the outside of the cage again. Bolger and Reese getting involved down low. Out to the point. Burke, quick shot. Save made by Badger, and it's loose. Now we'll get a cover and a face-off here. All of a sudden, chances coming out of nowhere for the Gamecocks. Brilliant play, all kick-started there by Mike Bolger.
Yeah, Bolger has been really effective here on these last two sequences. Big chance for him. He wound up for about 3 seconds on that one shot. And what a save by Jake Badger, keeping his team in the game and tied.
Desperation is the name of the game for Jake Badger right there. Beautiful move, beautiful athleticism to keep this at a tied hockey game. Mecca can't win the draw here. Gamecocks stab at it. Peters able to hold it into the blue line. He'll shovel this one. Hickman, one-time shot from the point, knocked down in front. They'll send this one back out towards the neutral territory. Peters has it. Regroup pass can't be taken there by Ronan Egan. He'll spin away from a check and has it now. 4 minutes to go, first period. 1:15 to go on this 4-on-4. Egan gonna have to circle back again. Doesn't like what he sees. Throws this one up. Right wing, Cam Mecca has it. Top of the circle, gonna take a shot. Save made there with the stick of Badger. Rebound can't be taken by Duncan Hickman. Chance here, back the other way for the Tigers. Cam Mecca on the back check, getting involved there. Physicality with Butterfield. Backhand pass, picked up by Mecca. Left side, gonna take this one. He's got Egan breaking towards the net. Broken up on the way there defensively. Tigers will take it, it's Schreiber. Back out ahead, Cesar. Can't get a shot through traffic. Gamecocks again, it's Mecca. Has a chance, has some room. Offensive territory, Mecca curl, shoots, save made by Badger. Puck pops into the air. In behind from their own goal line, the Tigers will take it. Picked off though, Avery Pruden throws one back in, knocked down in the slot by the Tigers. Move it back ahead. John McKean chips this one past Ben Smith. 24 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Nick Baltus controls in Tiger territory. Watched closely by the forechecking Ben Smith. He'll take him down below the goal line. Still with that puck is Baltus. He'll dish it off. Avery Pruden pinches in. Can't get the puck. Tigers dump this one back in. Ben Smith goes for a tumble. And the Gamecocks will have to restart things here. Drifting near side wall, Gamecock territory. No one can really come away with the puck Finally, picked off there. Back the other way, it's Halsey. Quick shot, goes off a stick, ends up in behind the net. Pop back out, rebound taken. Tigers going for it. Powderly has it there, out of the commotion. He's got it, streaking towards the net, Owen Thomas. Powderly turns up into the slot, can't get the puck to a shooting position, and the Tigers will regroup again. Back through neutral territory, it's McKean, down the left wing, turns it to the back end. Centering pass, they score! John McKean on the feed, and the tuck gonna go here to Jack Owen Turner. He's been in and around the Gamecock net all game long. He finally gets rewarded. It's 2-1 Clemson with just under 2.5 to go in the first period.
Yeah, and that developed out of nothing. Great play on the left end to duck inside towards the crease, pass out in front, and a good finish there. Went 5-hole on Trip Russell.
Owen Turner been a honey badger in the offensive zone tonight for Clemson. Finally gets rewarded here. Brilliant play there, and it all started John McKean taking that puck back in with some speed. And the Tigers out ahead for the first time tonight. Off the draw at neutral territory. It comes out off the boards. Tigers have it. They'll chip this one out off the dasher. Too far for the stick of Luke Rudman. It'll be taken there, touched by Trip Russell. Gamecocks try to break this one out. Out off the near side, Tigers recycle it. Taken by Parker West. He'll go D-to-D with McGowan. McGowan, sky pass up off a skate. Settled down there by Luke Rudman. Right wing, has a chance, can't get a shot off. He'll spin back towards the blue line. Puck goes back down again. Rudman has a quick shot, save made there. Rebound, Siegfried waves at it, he can't get contact. At the point, West recycles, can't get it, knocked down by the Tigers. Rudman circling, quick shot, save made there again. Off the stick of Jake Badger, up into the netting, 1:41 to go. Tigers with the new lead, it's 2-1.
One thing we've seen that's different from this Gamecock team this year from last year is the forecheck presence, as they're not letting Clemson clear that puck out of the offensive zone. We saw it there after the goal, a big chance, and good job by South Carolina to keep that puck in.
Ronan Egan to take the offensive zone face-off here. After the tie-up, it's taken there. Lance Ralston, they'll advance it down the right side. Tigers have it with some speed, and they're snapping that puck with confidence. Jack Owen has it. Quick shot off the outside of the cage. He tries to go upstairs on Russell. He hit the outside of the net. Hickman has it. Glove down there, the attempted clear. Ronan Egan now breaking out for the Gamecocks. Battling for it at center ice there. Nice body work there by Aiden Evans to keep Ronan Egan off the puck. Peters in Gamecock territory. Sends this one ahead down the right wing for Ian. Icing waved off here. As we approach the final 60 minutes of what has been an eventful first period here from the Pavilion. Offensive territory here. Egan goes to work, loses the puck and his skates as well. Finally battled off of it. They'll swipe this one back down low for his captain. Tigers have it though. 53 to go. Back with speed. It's going to be Nick Cheser, I believe. Finally, Gamecocks come away with it. Some scrums in behind the play. Gamecocks going to bring it ahead. It's Mike Bolger. He's been electric so far. Bolger the shot. It goes wide. 38 to go. Big hit there. Michael Peak absorbs some contact. Behind the Clemson net, the Tigers have it. All 5 Gamecocks forechecking in deep here. Off the turnover, quick shot goes wide. May have got the glove there of Badger. Chad Lazine, turnover, forcing some mistakes here by the Tigers. Back out it comes. Tigers have it. Aiden Evans cycles a bouncing puck back in. What can be taken by Duncan Hickman. Slapped behind his goal, picked up by Nick Peters. Backhand pass, Lazine bumps it out to Reese. Reese steps in, can't get a good shot off. To the final 5 here. They'll battle for it behind Badger's net, try to get out in front of it. Badger dives out, gets the glove on top. We'll have a whistle. 0.2 of a second remain on the clock. We'll see if they put any time back on it. And a nice heads-up play there by Badger to get out and get a stoppage of play here before that play turns deadly.
And that should just about wrap up the first period, and Badger has been excellent so far. A lot of big saves, a lot of jumping out of the crease to cut off passes and shots. He's been impressive so far.
Gamecocks pull Russell to get the extra attacker on here. 0.2 of a second. That'll be it. So 20 minutes of Gamecock hockey in the books. A great start. Cam Mecca leads his Gamecocks to a 1-0 lead, and the Tigers respond with 2 huge goals from some new faces. We'll come back with more of an intermission report, a conversation with Evan Hoey, team president, unable to dress tonight due to a shoulder injury. That's all coming up here on the Capital City Sports Network, presented by SGTV. Welcome back to the Capital City Sports Network. First intermission here from the Pavilion. Dillon Clark, I'm joined by Gamecock team president Evan Hoey. Evan,
how's it going?
Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
We'll go first things first. You're not playing tonight, obviously. Shoulder injuries kept you sidelined for a little while. How is that going? When do you see you back on the ice?
Yeah, shoulder injuries going well in rehab right now. Should be hopefully back in the next 5 weeks or so. It kind of stinks to miss the start of the season, but better to get myself healthy for the rest of my career here as a Gamecock.
It did give you a bit of a unique viewpoint during tryouts. Instead of being in there going through the drills and stuff, you got to sit on the bench and watch all these new players. How was that experience, seeing all this youth coming into the Gamecock system?
Yeah, that was really cool. That was a really cool experience for me to kind of sit there and observe and watch these kids come in. I mean, we had over 50 kids at tryout, close to 60 actually. Kids at tryout coming out wanting to play for our team, and to be able to watch them and have a little bit of input as to what kids I think would be good in what different roles and everything like that. It was a cool experience.
It's your first year as the team president. Aside from that experience at tryouts, how has being president kind of affected and changed your role here in the Gamecock club, aside from the
Yeah, so it's a big role for sure. Especially this year more so in the past because of the direction that we're trying to take the team, and we're really just trying to grow our program, grow our fan base, grow everything about the program. I mean, couple of the big things that I've done is just gotten better marketing of our program out, gotten some different sale items. We had jerseys go on for sale. That was huge. We have a team store coming hopefully in a couple weeks here, which will be massive for us. So just kind of growing and getting more people aware that, hey, we're USC Club Hockey and we're here.
Growth seems to be the number one concern here, and you compare this year to your freshman year, you can kind of see some of that growth, can't you?
Oh yeah, my freshman year. I mean, the biggest difference is just how seriously the team is being taken now, and all the players here. We're here to compete. And we're here to win championships. I mean, we have a really young team this year. The past 2 years. Last year we had 13 new guys. This year we have 12 new guys. I mean, we only have 6 upperclassmen, I think, and it's, you notice it. You notice it. A lot of young guys, a lot of young speed that want to come in and compete and fight for a spot and want to do good things with this program. It's exciting to see.
Now, this is the first season under the new SEC format. Clemson is now a division rival, not just a historical rival. And now 16 teams in the division. That means you got to qualify to get to Nashville. You got to be one of the 8 best teams. Does that change the way you guys look at the tournament?
It absolutely does. In the past, we only had 8 teams, and 8 teams would go to playoffs at the end of the season. And really, all you had to do was qualify in the sense of having enough games on your record. And now that we've grown so much from going from an 8-team league to a 16-team league, there's a lot of it's exciting because now we get to see a lot more opponents, a lot different faces, and obviously more games against Clemson that actually count, which is always fun for us. More games against Clemson.
We'll finish up with tonight. In tonight's game, it's been some end-to-end action. Evan, what have you liked from your team so far tonight?
I've really liked our team's just drive. I mean, we're down 2-1 here. They are at 1. They got a quick one at the end, which wasn't great. But, I mean, we came out strong and we finished strong. We really didn't have a bad period by any means. We're actually playing really well. I mean, credit to the Clemson Tigers. They're having a good game. But, I mean, I really like how our guys we're sticking up and we're going, we're fighting, and we're battling. And it's really part of it's, there's just different elements here that it's, we just got to improve upon. And I think we'll be able to do that this period and hopefully win the next 2.
Evan, thanks for joining us. Good luck out there in the second period. We hope to see you back out on the ice sometime soon. Gamecocks and Tigers getting ready for the second period, a 2-1 hockey game when we come back on the Capital City Sports Network. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Pavilion. 2-1 hockey game. Gamecocks looking to get back in it. They trail Clemson by a goal. Clean slate here in the second period. Clean sheet of ice. Two teams switch sides. Gamecocks will move from right to left here for the second on the opening faceoff. Nick Cheser is going to take it against Ronan Egan here. 2-1 the score, underway here in the second period. Tigers win the opening draw. Isaiah Jackson advances this one ahead. Cheser has it, right wing, pulls up, shoots one, kicked out there by Trip Russell. Quick opportunity in the first 7 seconds. Gamecocks counter. It's Mecca down the left side. Nice move to the inside, has it taken off his stick. Egan gives chase, has the puck. Little follow-up chance, he'll saucer that one. Cam Mecca has it. Top of the circles, moving back towards the point. They'll move it to Pruden, taken away. Mecca, fortunately back for South Carolina. Able to move this one out off the dasher into neutral territory and avoid an odd man rush back the other way for Clemson. Trip Russell sticks this one free to his defenseman Tyler Oakley. He'll use the boards, knocked down though by the Tigers. Taken back again by Oakley, and he'll move this puck out ahead too far for the stick of Ronan Egan. Paddled aside there by Jake Badger. The Gamecocks will go to work. First minute gone here. Mike Peake tries to get involved on the forecheck. Cam Mecca, after that puck bops into the air. Finally landing. Avery Pruden pinches in near side. Shovels this one to the far side corner now. And Michael Peake gets there. Taken down, goes a little awkwardly into the boards there. Back to his feet. Mecca can't hang on to that puck. He's got it again, though. Mecca, nice move to the outside. Down the right wing, underneath the net. Centering pass off the blocker of Badger. Loose through the crease. Badger had that puck drift right underneath. Tigers come back with speed. Vanderleest, the goal scorer for Clemson. Down the left side, quick shot, save made by Russell. He shrugs it off with the right shoulder. Tigers have it, swatted in through the air. That puck will drop onto the stick of Nick Peters. Pulls up at the red line, loses the puck though. Back the other way. Swatted away there by Owen Thomas. Gamecocks can't get to it. Delayed offsides will give him the opportunity to touch up. Redirected ahead as the Gamecocks move right to left into that Tiger zone. It is gloved and held there by Jake Badger. And our first stoppage here with 18:14 to go. Second period. They still got that number 1 up there. 2-1, Clemson still leads.
Yeah, I think we might have a penalty here. Somebody getting waved off. Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
On Lance Ralston, the D-man for Clemson.
Yeah, I saw a cross-check sign there. He's in there for 2 minutes. We will wait for our confirmation from the penalty box. Ralston takes his first trip to the box tonight. Gamecocks 0 for 1 on the power play. And they got scored on the penalty kill. Second unit on now. Smith, Powderly, and looks like they'll put out Ronan Egan. Peters and Hickman on the backside. Off the draw. It's Owen Thomas, rather, at center. Hickman, quick shot, knocked down in front. Hickman's got to hurdle a man. Thomas with the puck in the left wing faceoff circle. Curls in front, quick shot, save made, rebound goes wide. Badger's on the seat of his pants. Loose puck in the near side corner. Tigers swap that one right back out under the stick of Duncan Hickman. Quick regroup here by the Gamecocks. Out to the far side in front of their bench. Tigers shoot this one. It hits a Clemson player. And we'll have a stoppage here with 1:37 to go on the South Carolina power play. Big opportunity in the slot by Owen Thomas.
Yeah, big chance for him. Before this penalty, another couple of chances. Cam Mecca poking that puck out in front of the crease, but no one there to slam it home. And now another stoppage, or we'll just have the face-off in the neutral zone.
Right in front of that Clemson bench, Chad Lazine's power play unit comes on. He plays the right wing there with Julian Reese and Mike Bolger. D to D, Peters goes to Hickman. 2.5 played in the second. Right past Bolger, he can't handle that hot pass. Tigers recycle this one out into Gamecock territory. Out off the pass, Hickman there, redirected in by Julian Reese. He gets on his horse and gets in after it. Reese has some support from Bolger. Bolger has the puck, moves it to the point. Far side, it's Peters. Skates in towards the center. Bolger, Peters again, center point, down low. Hickman one-timer, big save with the glove there by Badger. Bolger swats this one down, can't handle it, is Lazine. Lazine will have to come all the way back. Under a minute to go on the power play. Gamecocks looking a bit more structured this time, though. Lazine has it, and he'll touch it on the offsides. Nice defensive play there by the stick of Isaiah Jackson. Disrupts the rush. And the Gamecocks get caught offside. 17:07 to go, period 2.
Much better movement on this power play than the last from the Gamecocks, leading to a good opportunity for Duncan Hickman on the left wing. Good shot, good save by Jake Badger.
Mecca's power play unit out. He's sick of this one off the near side boards. In behind the Clemson defender to take it. That's going to be Avon Evans. Now out of a collision. Tigers throw this one all the way back down the ice. Trip Russell out to play. Quickly in on the forecheck, going to be Stapleton. Tough forecheck on the penalty kill here by the Tigers. Colin Burke gets rubbed out on the breakout. They'll cycle it back in again. Ryan McGowan back to get it for Gamecocks. 25 seconds on the cross-checking penalty to Lance Ralston. Behind the net, Egan slowly brings this one ahead. He's got McGowan down the left side. Gives it to Mecca. Left wing, has it. Top of the circles. Quick pass in front. Big save there by Badger again. The centering pass couldn't be tapped home by Egan. Burke able to keep this one in with his hand. Nice defensive play by Burke. He's going to pinch in. 4 to go on the penalty. Saucer pass in front ends up being caught there by Badger. Luke Rudman paying the price in front of the net. Gets involved. More from Andrew Butterfield as Luke Rudman trips over himself. 1 second on the Gamecock power play. They are in danger of going 0 for 2 on it.
Yeah, a lot more action in front of Jake Badger. And Burke again creating chances on offense. Good play by Burke. South Carolina line's going to change is going to stay the same while Clemson's going to get a change.
Matt Owen going to take the draw. He's got Mike Peake on his right. 16-15 to go here in the second. Lots of chances, no goals yet. Tigers hanging on to their 2-1 lead. The puck has dropped. The penalty expires here. Quick shot off the draw, stopped by Badger. Rebound, Matt Owens got it underneath. Down to the seat of his pants, Mike Peake. Can't hang on to it. Owen gets bodied in behind the goal. A solid body check there from Jimmy Peeknick. Burke at the point. Spins off a check there. He's not going to be without a collision, but he gets the puck. Matt Owen behind the Clemson net. A delayed penalty and an elbowing call sends the Gamecocks back to the power play. Jimmy Pieknik, alternate captain, going to sit for a pair.
Yeah, big opportunity coming off that penalty kill. Really demoralizing for Clemson right when you get that kill for another penalty, and Pieknik is not happy as he slams the penalty door.
One of Loughran's premier penalty killers as well. Those are the last guys you want to have in the box. And the Gamecocks still trying to find their groove here in the second period, the middle stages of it. Still trying to get things clicking on the power play. This time, Surwa mixing up the power play unit here, a little different from the ones he had in practice so far this week. Off the draw, no one can come up with it. Clemson going to finally fire this one out towards neutral territory. Pruden gets back, gets caught up with the official. Cam Mecca comes back and helps him out. He's going to bring it ahead with speed. Cam Mecca down the left side, tries to curl inside, can't hang on to the puck. Into the skates of Luke Rudman though. Gator going to hang on to it. Mecca, center point. Oakley the shot, hit a skate in front, ends up right wing corner. And after this one, Rudman on the forecheck, and the Tigers get it all the way back out. It's going to have to be played by the stick of Trip Russell behind his net. And he'll give it to Tyler Oakley to restart things here. Just about 15 to go in the second. That pass unable to be handled there. Big hit there by Pruden. Collides with Baltus. Loose puck picked up by Vanderleest. Vanderleest short-handed down the right side. One hands one around Oakley. Bouncing puck ends up in the Gamecock slot. Taken out and ahead there by Cam Mecca. Mecca avoids a check, but he lost the puck. It comes free now. Pruden, long shot, stick save by Badger out off the glass. Puck comes down. Baltus whacks it free. Rudman behind the goal. Can't get to it. John McKean gets involved with Cam Mecca. A collision. And the puck ends up right wing corner. Rudman still underneath. A lot of these plays starting and ending in behind the Clemson net. Tyler Oakley along the half wall, can't handle it. Tigers gonna have a chance. 2-on-1 short-handed, back the other way. McKean with Halsey down the right wing. McKean, quick shot, and it's gonna be out off the outside of the cage. More collisions behind the net. A late play there. Looked like McKean got the elbow up on Oakley. We'll see what the official call is. Somebody else going to the penalty box here. 29 seconds remaining on the penalty to Jimmy Pieknik. 14-17 to go in the second. Penalty box door swings open, and it's going to be Tyler Oakley going off for the elbowing. And that'll do it for the Gamecock power play. We'll skate 4-on-4 here for about half a minute.
Yeah, the Gamecock power play hasn't been too impressive tonight. A couple of chances out in front, but Nothing too spectacular. Now we're going to skate 4-on-4 here, which might favor this Clemson team as they have the momentum right now.
Well, they tell you your goaltender's got to be your best penalty killer. Jake Badger has been that and more for the Tigers. Offensive zone draw won by the Tigers. Follow-up chance, save made by Russell. Rebound, they score! The initial shot stopped by Russell with the left pad. The rebound buried from about 3 feet out. The goal scorer, guess who? Going to be Jack Owen Turner, his second of the game.
Yeah, and that one didn't take long, did it, Dillon? Quick chance out in front and behind Trip Russell for this Clemson Tigers team to take a 2-goal lead. And they will stay on the 4-on-4 here.
Jack Owen Turner, second goal of the game, assisted by Lance Ralston, his second assist of the game. So the 4-on-4 as the official holds up 4 on both fingers. 4-on-4 will continue here. Gamecocks trail 3-1 now, with just about 14 minutes to go in the period. Off the draw, Julian Reese gets involved. They'll bring it ahead. Mike Bolger with Reese. Bolger lowers the shoulder. Quick chance in front. Falls down to the ice. Can't get the puck on net. They'll move it back out to the point. Center point, McGowan. Quick shot. Tipped in front. Skipping puck. Save made. Rebound is loose. Big save there. Reaching out with the right paddle. And Jake Badger able to keep that puck in front of him for the faceoff.
Jake Badger everywhere there, swallowing that puck. A lot of chances out in front, but he shut them all down. Very impressive to keep the momentum with this Clemson team.
Mike Bolger been one of the more offensive threats for the Gamecocks. He's been on the ice a lot. Seen a lot of good ice time, created a lot of good opportunities. He came off that corner, spun off his check in the right-handed shot on the left side, tried to stuff it home. He ended up on the seat of his pants with the puck a couple of feet away from him. Egan to take the draw against Nick Cheser. Cheser going to win it back for the Tigers. They'll go D to D. Baltus, he's going to have it. He's going to have some room to wind things up. Now the power play for Clemson. They work things into Carolina territory. Held in there. Vanderleest along the far side wall. Chipped out. Gamecocks get it free in the neutral territory. Baltus has it. He'll face the forechecking of Owen Thomas. Quickly chipped out off the boards by Cheser. He'll take it down low. McGowan, diving play, loose in front. Russell makes the stop. Out off the boards again. Bouncing puck rolls towards neutral territory. And an instant replay here. Owen Thomas on the forecheck. Can't get to it in time. John McKean brings things back for the man advantage on the Tigers. Gamecocks get involved. Off the turnover. It's Jackson down low. Centering pass ends up along the boards. Vanderleest at the left wing point. Down low again. Loses an edge. And the Tigers again still working from below that goal line. Bit of a collision there, some scrum. Finally they work it back out to the point. Baltus, right wing, sends one. Save made by Russell. It ends up catching the glass. In behind the net, Tigers still going to work. Gamecocks a little hectic here on the penalty kill. Tigers get set up. It's Vanderleest at the left point. Down to the half wall. Jackson can't handle it. They go back down below the goal line. Jackson again, half wall. Out to the right wing. This quick shot blockered away there by Russell. Rebound picked up, swatted at. Vanderleest has it, loose in the slot, takes it to the back end. Quick shot, stopped by Russell again. Rebound, and Russell with the left pad stop. Puck is loose, Gamecocks clear. That'll kill the penalty. Out of the box, Tyler Oakley. 2 huge stops by Trip Russell to at least stop the bleeding at 3-1. 12:08 to go. Tigers with a 2-goal lead. And finally, another stoppage in play, a cross check. Merry-go-round to the penalty box will continue. And it looks like it's going to be against South Carolina once again. Penalty trouble here for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, something we saw a lot of last year. Trip Russell coming up big with a couple of big saves and lying on his back, getting that puck cleared. But once again, South Carolina can't get anything going, killing themselves with these penalties.
McGowan's going to sit for a cross check here. They kill one penalty, they got to fend off another one. Penalty killer's getting a workout here. On the power play, Alex Schreiber to take the draw. He steps in against Ronan Egan. The drop pops out into the slot, easily backhanded away by Colin Burke. And Cam Mecca gets in after it shorthanded. Mecca with some speed. Goes behind the goal, watched there by all the Tigers. Mecca back out to the point now, swirling with it. He'll take it out to the safety of neutral territory and wrist this one all the way back in. Beautiful play there. Back into Clemson territory. Right wing corner, the Tigers will have to restart. Ralston ahead now. Alex Schreiber as far as center. Broken up, but he gets it right back over the line. It's Schreiber. Left wing has it. He's got a couple men breaking towards the net. He'll stop up in the corner. Schreiber controls. Centering pass knocked down. Egan's going to take this one. Backhanded all the way up over that Clemson defense. Lance Ralston heads towards the bench. And replacements come on for the Gamecocks. Cam Mecca off. Luke Rudman on. 1:10 to go on the penalty kill. Rudman shorthanded. Has a chance. Save made by Badger. And the puck pops free. And back come the Tigers with speed. Jake Vanderleest down the right side. Curls in towards the slot. Picks it up. Shoots one. Hits a skate. Pops about 30 feet up into the air and settles into that right wing corner. They'll battle for it. Going after it there, Thomas Carroll. He's pinned to the boards by Colin Burke. And the Tigers finally work it free. Carroll has it again. Right wing corner. Back to the point now. They'll go D to D. Vanderleest has it. Centers it. Knocked down by the Gamecocks. Matt Owen slaps that one. It catches Vanderleest, but they get it all the way back down the ice. Rudman heavily pressuring Vanderleest here. Good forecheck by the Gamecocks shorthanded. Vanderleest blowing past his man, though. Down the right wing. Vanderleest tries to center. Knocked down in front. Owen clears for South Carolina. Big play by Matt Owen. 20 to go on the penalty kill. Behind the net. They'll start things again. Tigers one last rush on the man advantage. A collision at center ice. They'll lose their footing. McKean can't hold of the puck. Sent all the way back down the ice. Time expires. Ryan McGowan is free. The Gamecocks escape unscathed. Underneath, Matt Owen getting involved in Clemson territory. Big hit there. Owen Thomas can't stay with it. Jackson ahead for Clemson. Brings it out. Neutral territory. Down the right side into Carolina territory. Big hit there with the hip. Duncan Hickman catches a piece of Jackson. And the puck is loose now. Back the other way. Owen Thomas can't hang on. Delayed offsides. The Gamecocks can't touch it. It's back out ahead. Odd man rush back the other way. Jackson with a chance. Takes it out wide off the pad there of Russell. Tries to stuff it on the near side. And a big save there by Russell again on that far side post. Neutral zone. Jimmy Pieknik going to regroup for the Tigers. Sends it back in. Hickman picks it up behind his goaltender. Wraps it around to Powderly along the near side. Trying to get it out of his defensive zone. Ben Smith moves it ahead. Julian Reese. Right-handed shot in behind the Clemson goal. 9 to go. Clemson leads South Carolina by 3. 3-1 that is, rather. Centering pass. Out off the dasher. Gamecocks in offensive territory. Julian Reese spins off his check. And the Tigers go underneath. Picked up there by Michael Dutt, the rookie. Bouncing puck knocked down in the slot. Ben Smith out of his skates. Has it. Flip it towards the goal from the corner. And a quick whistle there. And Ben Smith going to argue. He flipped that puck right into the pads of Badger. And no sooner did it make contact with the goaltender, the whistle was blown. And the puck was still sitting in the crease. Nothing they can do about it now. 8:40 to go. And a face-off here with Clemson ahead by 2. It's 3-1.
Yeah, the Gamecocks really upset there, and they may have a legitimate argument. That puck was chipped in. Good play from the corner, and I don't know if Badger even touched that one. It went to the ice pretty quickly, and we'll have the face-off here in the offensive zone.
On to take the draw here in the defensive zone for Clemson. They'll win it. Heavy check there. Physicality turning up here. Loose in the slot. Thomas shoots. Save made by Badger. Julian Reese, rather. He took the draw. He made the play. And Badger makes the stop to keep it at a 3-1 game. And right now, the number one star of the first half of the game, hands down, Jake Badger.
Oh, yeah, Jake Badger's been great tonight. He's had some good performances against South Carolina in his career, but this one has been very impressive so far tonight.
South Carolina in the offensive zone, they win the draw. Chad Lazine to the far side corner. He gets involved, gets after it, and quick turning shot ends up to the near side corner. Colin Burke pinches back in. Bouncing puck settled down by Bolger. He'll one-handed ahead, picked up by Nick Baltus, though, in white. And the Tigers bring it back out towards Trip Russell's net. Turnover. Julian Reese has it. Offensive territory. Shakes off a couple of body checks. 8 to go in the second. Out to the point. Burke uses the glove to keep it in. Diving play. He can't hang on to it. Tigers come back with numbers. It's Baltus leading the rush. Sends a backhander. It goes off of Bolger and into the corner. Bolger takes a bit of a tumble there. Gets back to his feet. And in behind the Gamecock net, they'll joust for it. Finally, comes free. Mike Bolger out as far as center red. And he's just going to dish this one back in behind Jake Badger to play it for the Tigers. Out off the boards. Gamecocks keep it in. Fresh from the bench, Siegfried at the point. Moves it back down low. Chad Lazine. Sky puck sent down by the glove of Parker West. And off the turnover, John McKean has it. McKean hit there by Siegfried. They'll team up with Parker West. Move it out, far side. Matt Owen steps in. Centering pass on the backhand. Parker West goes into the boards there. Delayed call. Gamecocks have it. Delayed penalty on the Tigers. Loose in the slot, finally picked up by McKean. And we'll have a stoppage here. 7 exactly to go. And the Gamecocks to the power play.
Great offensive chance for South Carolina there. A great cut in front of the crease. Pass connected. And a Clemson player lost a stick as part of that penalty. Threw his hands in the air, but in the end he was guilty, as this Gamecock power play will try to avenge themselves from the first 2.
Joe Halsey going to take a seat for 2 minutes. Cam Mecca in company. We'll try to get things kick-started again here for the Gamecocks in the second half of the game. Off the draw, they win it. Some control here. Parker West, D-to-D, McGowan near side. Drifting down low. He finds Mecca on the goal line. Tries to center for Egan, has it knocked off his stick, but Mecca gets it back. Bouncing puck rolled back, McGowan. Far side, Parker West shoots one off the shaft. Down by Cam Mecca, knocked away. Nice play there, shoveled out. Off the backhand there, brilliant kill by Nick Cheser and the Clemson shorthanded unit. Behind the net, Parker West to start things for the game. 6.5 to go, 30 seconds gone on the penalty. Mecca down the left wing, cuts to the inside. Nice move, loses it again. Bouncing puck settled down here. Finally, moved back out. Tigers just shutting down this Gamecock power play left and right. Parker West has to get things started again. Mike Bolger, near side, the defenseman, moves things ahead. Out to the far side. Pass right in front. Mecca couldn't tap it home. Bolger fed him perfectly, and he just tapped it wide. 1 minute left on the penalty. Short-handed a chance here. Vanderlee shakes through a check, loses his footing. Gamecocks have it. Parker West with some speed here. Someone lost a glove. West over the line, sends it across for Owen Thomas, picked up by Ben Smith. Smith sends it underneath. A crunch behind the goal. Ronan Egan. Held into the point by Peters. Hickman wants it. Peters going to shoot one. A riser through traffic. Turning shot. He scores! Ronan Egan found that puck and sent a laser beam off the post just under the blocker of Jake Badger. And the Gamecocks close the lead here. It's 3-2.
Impressive turnaround shot there from Egan. That puck bounced out. Egan was in the right place at the right time, turnaround, and he put that one. Great placement to keep the South Carolina team in the game with 5:30 here to go.
Ronan Egan flicks an absolute BB right off the toe of his stick, off the iron and in. 5:35 to go in the second. Egan's first of the season. He gets it from Nick Peters. A couple of sophomores hook up to get the Gamecocks back in it. It's a 1-goal hockey game. Neutral zone face-off won by the Tigers. Baltus goes D-to-D. Pieknik sends it back in. Bouncer picked up by Reese. Has some speed into the Clemson zone. Stripped of control. Loose in front. Reese scores! A loose play in front. Julian Reese on the doorstep gets his first as a Gamecock. And we are tied up here in Taylor's.
Quick comeback for South Carolina. Puck bounced around in front, and they got a break. Julian Reese right on his stick. And Jake Badger, not a lot he could do, already sprawled out on the ground. Reese finishes for his first regular season goal as a Gamecock.
Had a couple of tucks in the preseason scrimmage, but this one counts, and it gets this game back even. 3-3 to score, just 14 seconds after Ronan Egan's power play goal. We got a brand new hockey game here. Icing off the neutral zone draw. Ben Smith going to plead his case, but that'll send it back. Chad Lazine gets the assist on the goal.
His first point as well.
Chad Lazine gets his first assist. Michael Peak has his first point as a Gamecock earlier on. And the regulars, Cam Mecca and Ronan Egan, the other 2 goal scorers. But Julian Reese, out of New York City, the freshman, gets his first college hockey goal. Defensive zone faceoff ends up all the way back in Clemson territory as Baltus moves this one ahead through neutral territory. Knocked off his stick. Ben Smith has it, shovels it on the backhand. Powderly brings it in through the slot. Powderly makes a nice move, tries to undress a defender, but he can't do it. He picks up the puck, backhands it to Smith. Smith, Powderly, and Owen Thomas, the first line for the Gamecocks back on. Burke holds it in on the backhand, into the slot. Smith, backhander, tries to find Powderly, but it goes wide. Baltus on the breakout. Offensive defenseman for Clemson, over the line into Gamecock territory. Hit there by Thomas. Thomas teams up there. Tigers have it. Quick shot, save made by Russell. Rebound right into the slot, and they'll move it out to the corner. Isaiah Jackson fakes the shot, moves it back underneath. Burke to have it for the Gamecocks. 4:22 to go. 3-3 the score, thanks to Julian Reese. Bouncing puck all the way back down behind Jake Badger's net. It'll go for icing with 4:15 to go in the second.
Gamecocks starting to click on offense. You're starting to see some crisper passes in the offensive zone, some more efficient play. Clemson getting a couple chances here, but the Gamecock defense shutting it down.
You could sense a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of frustration from the Gamecock power play unit when they were unable to connect. They get that power play monkey off their back, and they get a couple of quick goals here. Defensive zone face-off to the left of Trip Russell. One back by the Tigers, bounces in the air. A lot of pucks up in the air. Glove down, ahead in Clemson territory. Powderly strips control, in on goal, shoots one, saved by Badger. Rebound on the wraparound. Powderly can't stuff it home. Tigers have it, it's Vanderleest. They'll take this one out of the zone. Gamecocks turning the intensity up. Vanderleest back the other way, trying to get the Tigers back into the offensive column here. Late in the second period. They'll move it, the trailer. Out back, Mike Peak fresh from the bench. He's gonna pick this one up for the Gamecocks and try to move it out. Peak jousting with it in the corner. Matt Owen backhands one ahead. Still Mike Peak after it. The freshman out of Chantilly, Virginia. Still Mike Peak going down to the ice a ton. Loose in front. Vanderleest on the backhander. Big save by the left pad of Trip Russell. A turnover right in the slot. Prime real estate for Vanderleest. But he can't tuck it home on the backhand. Trip Russell kicks out the left pad to keep the score tied.
That was a big time save from Trip Russell. He stayed patient the entire time, stayed with the puck, and extended that pad out far enough to make the play. Very impressive from him. Vanderleest upset, looking for a penalty, but he will not get one.
He's got one goal already tonight. Wouldn't be unhappy with a second or a third. He's on the bench right now, though. Stepping in to take the offensive zone draw is Alex Schreiber for the Tigers. After some confusion and jousting in the faceoff dot, Bolger comes away with it. Collision along the far side boards. Tigers still going back and forth between the point and the half wall. Bolger throws a hit. Now it's Butterfield down low. Tries to stuff it in front. May have caught the pad of Russell, but Mecca takes things out for the Gamecocks. Down the left side, Mecca. And the puck drifts in on Badger. He'll get the paddle behind it, the glove on top. And a whistle and a face-off here to his right with 3 to go in the period.
Good job by Mecca there.
How many times has Cam Mecca been the offensive catalyst for the Gamecocks, streaking down his left wing and trying to get things jump-started?
So many times, and we saw it a lot last year. Mecca played really well. Sometimes the team would struggle, but he would have a great individual performance. He's looking for a lot of support now.
Tigers win the draw in their own zone. They'll use the boards behind their goaltender. Able to chip this one out. Ryan McGowan stops at the blue line. Turnover, though. Back the other way. Nick Chesser, glove save. Trip Russell. Welcome back to the action. Nick Chesser tries to go upstairs. Russell flashes the leather, keeps things even.
How about that? Shades of Jordan Bennington out there with a glove save. Great performance from Trip Russell so far in the second period. Has kept his team in the game, and we're tied with about 2:40 to go.
A little uneasy in the first period after that puck hit the goalpost. He's found some footing now as they send this one into the slot. Big chance off the outside of the cage. Russell hugging the post. Underneath, Tigers bouncing puck out towards the point. Hits a stick off the slap shot. Chad Lazine redirects that one out of play into the yellow support bars. The braces up at the ceiling of the Pavilion. And we'll have another face-off here. If you remember last season, had about a dozen pucks go up and hit the ceiling and stop play. Low ceiling here at the Pavilion, about probably no more than 20 feet at its lowest spot. If that. Gamecocks have it in their own zone. Clemson taking control, though. At the point, Joe Halsey back down to his winger. Off a skate, Halsey able to keep it in. And now it's taken. Bolger up ahead. Reese, one goal already. Pulls up top of the circle. Quick shot, save made, rebound. Loose in front. The net comes off. Chad Lazine getting a little excited there. He ended up knocking the net off. A collision in front. The puck stayed out. That's the number one thing to keep in mind. The puck stayed out here. And that'll result most likely in an offensive zone faceoff for South Carolina. And the chances few and far between in the first half of the period. A little more ample here for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, Reese was excited there as well. He had his stick up in the air. He thought for sure that one was going in, but as you said, slid in front of the net, knocked the net off its bearings, and we will have an offensive zone face-off here as some Clemson players skate off.
Reese, Lazine, and Bolger along the left side. The only all-rookie line for South Carolina. Other units have some sort of a veteran somewhere in their line. As now we have some late substitutions from Matt Loughran's Clemson Tigers. They'll allow it. Line change is accepted by the officials. Stepping in to take the draw now is Cheser. Cheser wins it back. Bolger gets involved. Tries to get that forecheck going, but back out come the Tigers. Right wing corner, they'll dump it. Hickman plays it. Didn't know exactly where that puck was. He kind of muffed it into the corner there. Hickman decked. Duncan Hickman put on his wallet. A big hit there. Some physicality from Thomas Carroll. Gamecocks have it though. Peters, the defenseman, hops up on the rush. Chad Lazine chips it underneath the goal line. Julian Reese goes down. Enters the corner and enters the field of battle. Sticks go out into the slot they have it. They try to center it for Chad Lazine. Follow-up chance. Peters broke his stick. Peters wound up and tried to clap one top corner, but he broke the other way. Jackson, right wing. Peters tries to get a stick from one of his forwards, but the Gamecocks shut that one down. And back out, Mecca, 2-on-1. He's got Lazine. Mecca down the left side, shoots one. Badger catches that one between his blocker and his armpit and gets a face-off here with just over a minute to go in the second. What a chance for Nick Peters, and what hard luck there.
Yeah, stick did not come through for him, broke there, and good job on the defensive end by Duncan Hickman, keeping that play from developing as Peters was without a stick. It was essentially a 2-on-1 odd man rush.
Peters, one of the more mobile defensemen. He's able to get back, but your effectiveness is limited if you don't have a stick. Offenses and draw. Loose in front. Gamecocks have it. Swatting at that one is Ronan Egan. He can't connect. Badger back to his feet here. This puck floated out on the backhand by one of the Clemson defensemen into the Gamecock bench. Do we have a penalty for delay of game? New puck from the penalty box, no call. As we get closer to the end of the second.
And Dillon, how many times tonight have we seen that puck pop out in front of Jake Badger and just a scramble for the puck there? Once again, he keeps the puck out of the net.
Gamecocks win that draw. They center this one. Mecca can't connect right on the doorstep. He gets in, and we'll have a stoppage. After a pretty decent collision, Michael Peak gets sandwiched. Do we have a pane of glass out? Some sort of equipment malfunction. We'll take a break, in play at least. We'll stay on the air for now. The officials are coming off. 56.2 to go. We're going to need some rink repairs here.
Yeah, we saw one of these last year, Dillon. We had, I believe it was Evan Hoey crashed
Evan
into
Hoey.
a board.
Evan Hoey's taken out his fair share of glass. But this time he's not on the ice, so we can't blame him for it. It's difficult to see. We're right down here at ice level, right along the red line, and this pane of glass that is allegedly out, it's down in this left wing corner down to our left. And with the way the glass curves, it kind of distorts the image a little bit. We're having some trouble seeing what it is. But meanwhile, an unexpected timeout here. Jake Badger takes a sip of water. Trip Russell has his mask up down at the right end of things. Gamecocks get a breather. You got 1 minute left. What's on your mind if you are the Carolina Gamecocks?
Well, this breather is much needed as the Gamecocks have been very energetic on both ends, given all they got. Right now, if you're Coach Alan Serwall, you're telling the teams, as the teams are walking out.
Yeah, this repair might take a little while. So with 56.2, they may just suspend the period right now and tack on those seconds to the third. players are heading off. We will investigate the damage. And when we come back, we'll have some answers for you here on the Capital City Sports Network, presented by SGTV.